What would happen if your heart stopped for 2 months? You'd be gone. But there's a tiny frog in North America that does exactly that every winter and survives. Not hibernates, not hides underground, actually stops its heart and then starts it again in spring. This is the wood frog, and its survival strategy might be one of the most incredible in the natural world. If you're a small frog living in northern forests, winter is a serious problem. You don't have fur. You don't store much body fat. You can't migrate thousands of miles south. And unlike turtles or snakes, you don't bury yourself deep underground. The wood frog lives right on the forest floor, under leaves, near shallow soil. That means when winter temperatures drop below freezing, so does the frog. Air temperatures can fall to -10 degrees Celsius, -20 degrees Celsius, even lower. For most animals, freezing is fatal. Ice crystals damage cells. Organs fail. The brain cannot survive without oxygen. So, how does this frog manage it? When temperatures start to fall, something incredible happens inside the wood frog's body. Its liver releases huge amounts of glucose into its bloodstream. Glucose is a type of sugar, and in this case, it works like antifreeze. As ice begins forming in the spaces between cells, the sugar helps protect the cells from damage. Water moves out of the cells before it can freeze inside them. The frog's body slowly stiffens. Its breathing stops. Its heart stops. Blood stops moving. Brain activity becomes undetectable. Up to 70% of its body can freeze solid, and it can stay that way for weeks, sometimes even months. No movement, no heartbeat, no breathing, just frozen, waiting. Then, spring arrives. Temperatures rise. Ice melts. Water slowly moves back into the frog's cells. Its organs rehydrate. And then, the heart begins to beat again. Not instantly, not dramatically. Slowly, gradually. Within hours, blood is circulating. Within a day, it can move. Within a few days, it's hopping through the forest like nothing happened. There's no scar, no memory of being frozen, no visible damage. It simply resumes life. That alone would make the wood frog remarkable. But there's more. Spring, in northern forests, doesn't last long. The snow melts and forms temporary ponds, shallow pools of water that might only exist for a few weeks. The wood frog doesn't waste time. Within days of thawing, males gather at these ponds and begin calling. Their call sounds a bit like a soft duck quack. Females arrive. Eggs are laid in clusters attached to vegetation underwater. And then the race begins. Because those ponds will dry up. The tadpoles must hatch, grow legs, absorb their tails, and leave the water before it disappears. If they're too slow, they don't survive. So the wood frog grows fast. Very fast. Its entire life cycle is built around timing. Freeze at the right moment. Thaw at the right moment. Breed at the right moment. Everything depends on precision. The wood frog isn't just interesting, it's important. Scientists study it to understand how organs survive without oxygen, how cells avoid damage from freezing, how heart tissue restarts after stopping free. This research could help improve organ preservation for transplants. Right now, human organs can only be stored for a short time before they're unusable. But if we could safely freeze and revive them like a wood frog, That would change medicine completely. All from a small brown frog most people walk past without noticing. Think about it. Predators can't hunt you when you're frozen solid under leaves. Winter food shortages don't matter. Your body is paused. Energy use drops almost to zero. Instead of fighting winter, you shut down and wait it out. That's efficiency. That's adaptation at its smartest. You don't need to be the biggest. You don't need to be the fastest. You don't need claws or venom. You just need the right strategy. And the wood frog has one of the smartest survival strategies in nature. Most animals survive winter by escaping it. Some migrate. Some hibernate. Some store massive amounts of fat. The wood frog does something different. It presses pause. It turns winter from an enemy into a waiting period. And every spring, it proves something simple but powerful. Survival isn't always about strength. Sometimes it's about timing. Sometimes it's about adaptation. And sometimes it's about knowing when to stop so you can start again. For a small frog on the forest floor, that's not just survival. That's mastery of the seasons.